Hello everyone, it's Asia, founder of multidimensionalu.com. So in my weekly vlog, I thought I would talk a little bit about a phenomenon that is part of multidimensional reality that we all encounter, and that is skeptic programming. And I had the pleasure of taking my 17-year-old niece on a shamanic walk meditation recently, and I was blown away at how easily, gracefully, quickly she was able to go into her inner space. I guided her through her heart chakra to open some doors, and the experiences she had, the beings she met, the messages, the guidance they gave her, it was all very beautiful. And then within 15 minutes, all of it was validated in the physical, in the forms of the animals that had shown up. I mean, to a T. And so it was a stunning counterpoint to what I've encountered, certainly with myself, and then of course with a lot of adults that I work with, and that is not trusting our experiences. And well, let me back up and say not even opening inner doors in the first place, because we've been so conditioned on external inputs that we don't go seeking internal inputs. And as I was meditating this morning and moving well beyond the third dimension, tapping into what does the collective really need, what do you all really need to hear right now, what's the support you need, it's to focus on your internal inputs and begin opening up backdoor channels that most of us were, raised to believe didn't exist. We played in those spaces when we were children because it comes so naturally to children. But as adults, we kind of left all of that imagination and inner creativity behind, ending up being kind of an isolated experience in the mind space, disconnected from the heart. And this is why I think you're hearing so many of our guides lately that I've been channeling talk about mind-heart coherence and getting the heart to entrain the mind. The other piece of this is that our innocence. That was something I really noticed about my niece. Is she, obviously she trusts me as her aunt to guide her safely, but there was such an open-minded innocence and openness and receptivity to the whole experience. And I think I've channeled Yeshua quite a bit, and he talks about the power of innocence. And it's not to sit in a state of naivete and where, people are going to take advantage of you. It's actually a lot more powerful than that. It's moving into a state where you open yourself back up to the wonderment of the world, and you let go of labels and definitions and what you think you know, and you're very open to receiving more information from multidimensional reality. Versus most adults, right? We get locked into this is how things are. And of course, we've been through, goodness knows, like 12 to 24 years of schooling, depending on your track. And so we've been very conditioned that knowledge comes from without rather than within. So this is my message to everyone this week, is to open more inner doors in your meditations, your shamanic journeys, just your daily kind of maybe walking the solo time you give yourself. If you're not giving yourself any solo time, please correct that. There's no way you can pick up the phone on the inside if you are constantly being bombarded by external inputs from others and media and work, etc. Don't forget that keeping yourself extra busy is actually a form of not taking responsibility, and it's avoiding all of this work. Okay, so those of you who are working with me in the emergence experience know this well. It's really important to give yourself time and space to go within, right? So work on that this week. And then the big message is to be very open-minded about what you see there, what you experience, and to trust your experiences. And then, of course, to record them, and any guidance you're given, please act on that. This is what is so interesting, is that people are always wanting guidance and more clarity, and they're receiving it in terms of signs and ideas and feelings, especially in the heart center, and then they're dismissing it and ignoring it. So that's the big disconnect. I've said this to several of my clients. I've never had an amazing ball of light experience come into my room, voices, outside of myself. It's all been very subtle. on the inside. And if I chose to discount those as figments of my imagination, I would not be living the soul purpose aligned life that I am today. And I kind of shudder at that prospect. So that's my message. That's our message for this week. Open your inner doors. Trust what you see there. Be innocent and open-minded about what you're seeing and what you're receiving. All right, so with that, I hope you all have a very magical multi-dimensional week, and I will talk to you all soon.